Welcome back to End Time News. CDC Advisory Panel recommends COVID-19 hokey pokeys now for kids ages 5 to 11. Around 100 nations pledged to slash methane emissions on day 2 of the COP26. A missile attack on mosque and religious schools, injuring 29 in Yemen. There was also a bombing at a military hospital in Afghanistan's capital. China begins urging residents to stockpile food ahead of winter. Music video from Kanye West, Marilyn Manson, and Justin Bieber. Enough said. NASA Chief Bill Nelson is the latest official to suggest UFOs have an otherworldly origin. A city in Oregon is limiting how often church feeds homeless people, the same state that legalized drugs. The Navy has just set up a 150-bed hospital in a cave in Norway. A U.S. mother accuses a school board of teaching her daughter that she was born evil because she was white. And this was literally because her 6-year-old daughter came home and said, "Mommy, am I evil?" because of what they were teaching. Americans who received the hokey pokey Johnson & Johnson apparently are 3.5 times more likely to develop rare blood clot. Crazy hail, impressive hail accumulation over Bolivia, and an hour-long hailstorm in South Africa killing hundreds of ostriches. An hour long. A bright fireball seen over the Midwest. Hailstorm damage to crops and cars in Australia, over $100 million. Another solar flare today. A 6.1 earthquake in the Sandwich Islands. I feel weird saying Sandwich Islands, sorry. UK carrier strike group intercepted 30-plus armed Russian warplanes in 2 weeks. A report shows that China built 2 first-ever supercomputers that can do crazy calculations in seconds. Blinken says U.S. allies in a lockstep on getting Iran back into the nuclear deal. U.S. B-1B bomber flies over Mid-East with Israeli and Saudi escorts in warning to Iran. Lebanon suffers more isolation as Saudi Arabia severs ties. Rabbi push back against the transgender narrative. Warm Pacific may have led to a near-record tornado month. Worst flooding in over a decade in Chesapeake Bay. Pope Francis is asking people to pray for the earth and to hear the cry of the earth. They forgot that in the top. As UN climate talks begin. German companies creating segregated canteens for the hokey pokey versus unhokey pokey. Joe Biden fell asleep on the second day of the COP26 conference, but what's new? Yep. What's new? But apparently he also leads the global pledge at conference to end deforestation and cut methane. The Queen also shares hope for success on the climate summit. And a lot of the world leaders went. China and Brazil both agreed to end deforestation by 2030. India even goes. Britain issues a 48-hour deadline in France fishing dispute. Palestine premier calls Israeli occupation the biggest threat to Palestine environment. And that is it for your End Time News today. See y'all later.